Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. Why are you typing on the brick today? You know, I was using this yesterday to record a funny video, and I kind of like the way this feels and sounds. I mean, I'm not surprised. I love MM Studio stuff, so I decided that I wanted to use it. Simple as that. That is it. It's super nice. I've been visually liking it on the desk. It looks cool. It's not raining where I am. Dude, it was pouring here. It was crazy. I think it's actually sunny now, but I think it's gonna rain again soon, it says. I don't know. Also, I'm never buying this again. It's LaCroix. My first time ever trying this. It is like such a mid sparkling water. Hi though, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. Destin, thank you.
Been a while since I've dropped by, brother. Life's been a bit hectic, but I hope all that has been well for you, self man. Keep on keeping on. Always appreciate your positivity and vibes. Much love.
Man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Love you, buddy. Grabbed an Envoy yesterday, and I'm looking at the Tiga today. Was about to rewatch your build, but here you are. What do you think? I think you should probably still take a quick look to see if you liked everything in the build. Overall, I really like it. Sound-wise, was it my absolute favorite sound out of every keyboard I've ever used? I would say it gets close to what I like in a keyboard. Right now, I just need to repair one of the hot swap sockets because like it was a prototype PCB. Rabbit already told me he was going to replace it for me, but I said don't be wasteful. Let me just repair it. Once I get that done, I'm actually going to be using it a lot just because I like the keyboard. So here's the thing, it's not perfect sound-wise for me, it's perfect visually. And I think I'm so into it visually, and I like the way it feels, and like it has everything else that I like, that I want it on my desk, if that makes sense. But yeah, there are other boards I have that I personally am vibing with more sound-wise, but also maybe it just comes down to I have to figure out what switches work the best with this keyboard, you know? So I don't know yet. But it's been good. I like it a lot. Also, yeah, I've been a little behind this weekend. I just have been a little bit. There's been a lot of other things that we need to get done this weekend, so I thought I could do more. I took on more than I could chew this weekend. Also, where's my T-shirt behind here? I took on way too much more than I can chew. So. Thanks for my comment a heart hours ago. Some people in Hippio server are toxic at recommending that if you're recommending them a board they don't like, they straight up tell you that you love Chinese trash. That's kind of weird. That is a weird attitude. But yeah, if you like the keyboard and you bought it and you're enjoying it, then I don't know, man. Like for me, Mac, like just like what you want to like, bro. That's it. At the end of the day, that's it, bro. Howdy, Fuse. Also, thank you, Verma. I appreciate the tier 1. Fuse, thank you so much for the prime. Side note, nice sweater. Thank you. I was going to just wear my t-shirt down here, but my girlfriend said, no, it's cold. Wear this sweater. So thank you. She dressed me up today. Kinda. Hi, Feather. What's up, dude? Are you planning on a collab with FaZe for 100K? Was I supposed to? Also, yeah, we hit 100K on YouTube. That's crazy. I was legitimately It's weird. I never really care about milestone stuff. Like, I tend to just kind of sweep it under the rug because I feel like I don't like the attention. And I don't ever get to congratulate myself for those reasons, but I actually felt like a weird sense of accomplishment yesterday. Like, I know this sounds stupid as fuck to listen to out loud, but like, I felt a very interesting sense of accomplishment that I haven't felt in a long time, so that was cool.
Love.
Thank you, Clark. I appreciate the tier 1, man. Congrats. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. What's up, X-Red? How you doing, man? Forgot to send you the preview link, but I just did in this chat. Oh, let me edit the command right now then, Feather. I was wondering, I just didn't want to bug you. Should I post this link? Or is this just a preview link like you said? Or is the IC still okay? As you should, man. Love the modesty and humblism. That's a super big accomplishment. I'm just not used to it. I never really... Won't be able to buy anyways? Okay. I'll change the command then. Yeah, I'm not really good at... It's not that I'm not good at taking compliments. I'm just not good at, like, accepting the fact that I've done something. But I think it was because I had a lot of imposter syndrome when I started doing this stuff. Like, I felt very undeserving because I genuinely never intended to do content. So I just felt like I was taking away from someone else's dish in a lot of ways. But yeah, it's interesting. Definitely interesting how it's evolved, I suppose. All right, command is edited. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Big congrats. Been watching you since like 40K. Thank you. All right, I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Like, someone asked in the server if the SK75 was good, which looks great, but they said no. Has anyone tried the keyboards they're recommending? Like, that's crazy. You gotta give yourself more praise. You and a few others are legit the main reason I got into things. A big inspiration, so please don't even quit being you. Thank you, Destin. I appreciate that, man. I don't plan on ever changing who I am. Maybe negative aspects of who I am, but... Oh, Feather, the link's not working. Should I just switch back to the other command? I think it's not used to the characters in there. I'm just gonna switch back to the Keycaps. Sorry, Feather. I think it just doesn't like the... Yeah, just send me the new one when you have a chance. Is Wraith 60 a Hall effect board? No, it's not, but I will show you guys how cool this thing is. It's actually a really neat board. It's a bit spendy, but I think it has some cool features, and you get a lot in the box, so I think it's nice. But we'll take a look here in a second. You're the person I go to for keyword reviews. Thank you! Also, what is this XP feature on YouTube? They sent me an email about it, but honestly, I have no clue. There's like a top fans thing. I guess it's from people who normally contribute in the YouTube stuff. I have no clue, honestly. It's like when Twitch sends me stuff. I thought it was this one. Is there another Wraith 60? No, this is a totally different keyboard. We're running out of names, guys. We're gonna have to go to the monitor route. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the day we get to go to the monitor route of calling things monitor names. Are you guys ready to review the W60444 72-WD LG? Are you guys ready to review that? I'm so ready. It's gonna be so good, guys. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the day. Waiting. It's all gonna be bullshit numbers and names. Tech Bear Studio on the TB65F. Amazing board, but weird name. We're getting... Actually, you know what? We're kind of getting there. We're getting there. You gotta throw in a Q somewhere? True, dude. And we gotta throw in the word OLED somewhere, too. From what I gather, most of the users are into high-budgeted ones, but never tried the ones that they've hated. I mean, the last thing you want like, this is not a criticism to any community or anything like that, but the last thing you want is an echo chamber, which is something that, like, I try to very much avoid. You know what I mean? Like, I do not want echo chambers. I just feel like the moment you tell people this is the only way you're allowed to think, it's not good. So that's why I care so much about you guys, like, and even me. Like, sometimes I even get a little too strung up on what my preferences are and my biases, but it's really good to understand biases and then also not get emotional about other people's biases. Because even, like, for example, the Tiga, like, I just said it's not 100% like my normal sound profile, but it's still really good. But I've heard both sides of the fence being like, yo, the Tiga sounds like something I wouldn't want to buy, and then someone told me also, like, yo, this is the perfect sound profile. So it really just comes down to, like, we have to recognize what's subjective and what's objective. And I feel like it's such a difficult conversation to have with a lot of people, because a lot of people still will only be like, well, my opinion makes sense to me, therefore it is. You can't, unfortunately, you can't look at some of these hobbyist things like that all the time, which is a bad, and then that creates the echo chambers, because you have like a group of people who are like, yo, this is the best, I don't know what everyone's talking about. So but yeah, I mean, that's the important part, is being able to look at stuff through different lenses. And I'm gonna say this out loud, but there are definitely people that I still see, even in my Discord, for example, that are like overly negative about certain things and are just unable to open their mind up. Some people have gotten great with that. Like, I've definitely seen people grow and evolve, even in my Discord, even outside the hobby. But yeah, unfortunately, there's always going to be people. There's always going to be people who just refuse. But, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, like, there's not much we can really do other than just be the change we want to see type thing. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. You know? Have you seen anything on the Swag Keys Eve 65? I would love to take a look at that thing. I tried to reach out, but no one responded. So, I think maybe I'll have to figure out how to get it. Oh, yeah, this is the Class 65. My bad, guys. I don't think I update the keyboard command anymore. All right, let's take a look at the Wraith 60. Not to be confused with that other Wraith 60 that someone brought to my attention. This is a different Wraith 60. Let's zoom in a little bit. Ooh, silver and red? Let's go. All right. This is a keyboard by Grit. It's going to be vendored by, I think, a few vendors, but the one that let us take a look today is Key Spenceri. So shout out Key Spenceri today. Okay, actually, before I go too much into this, I kind of feel like I should read you guys the IC page, because I think this project's pretty cool. This is a keyboard that was inspired by the Tonto 60. It's a 7U HHKB. Right away, it is locked into, an HHKB. Might not be everyone's cup of tea. I actually really like HHKBs. I find I was really into Win Keyless. Now I'm really into HHKB just because it works better on the Mac OS. So I like it. It is gorgeous, though. It has some really fun accents and just design to it, which we'll take a look. And I really think the designer translated what they wanted so well on this keyboard. You guys will see. You guys will see. I mean, do we want to read all this? It's a lot. There's a lot of text you can read on the IC page, but I'll give you guys the basic info. It is a 8.5 angle, so it's a little steeper than normal. Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but I don't mind 8.5. It's a 16.8 front height with a EKH of 21.7. It's going to be PCB gasket mounted, so you can do plateless on solder, which is only for the solder PCB. I mean, you probably could do it on the hot swap, but why would you? It's a 1.6 mil. And I believe, maybe Frederick can correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't actually, I'm just seeing the actual checkout page literally right now, but it should come with 2 PCBs in the box. From what I understand, it comes with a hot swap and a solder PCB, which I appreciate, but I kind of have I have an opinion on that. It also comes with 2 plates, which is great too. You can build 2 boards with this, technically. But here's the thing. I think I have a weird opinion on that, where it's oh yeah, it hasn't fully come out yet. It comes out the 19th, I believe. I think I have a little bit of an opinion on that, because I think by including 2 PCBs and 2 plates, you are increasing the price point, because the price point does start at 400 and is it 420 or just 400 now? I think it's 420, right, Feather? It does increase the price, so realistically, 410? Where's the 410 option? I don't see a 410 option. But yeah, it does increase the price a little bit. So, if you never planned on using the solder PCB, then you kind of have a PCB you're never going to use. So I kind of have an opinion on that. I guess it is what it is. I mean, you're going to have to accept the fact that you're kind of forced into buying 2 pieces here. But at the end of the day, you know what? From a larger standpoint, I don't mind having a spare PCB. as someone who can do both. Like, I'm able to do a solder and a hot swap. But when I saw that originally on the IC, I was really hoping that didn't get translated into the final group buy type thing. Again, I don't know how to, like I said, I kind of have an opinion on it, but I don't know how I feel about it. So, yeah, maybe it is a bit wasteful, but I digress. At least you get 2 plates with it. It's also going to be manufactured by Datsun, which is cool. But let's take a look at the board here. It is a nice looking keyboard. And we'll take a look at everything else. Look at this. What I really like about this are these accents where the blockers are. I think it looks great, dude. It also comes in a box and the hard shell case, which is nice. And then there's LEDs that sit across there too. I love what they did with this. Love, love, love that we get to see some visual flair on the front of the keyboard. Like on the top, rather. Love that. It looks super slick. And then we have a really fun side profile on this as well. Like, it's aggressive looking, which I really appreciate. Like, the whole keyboard's very aggressive looking, but it keeps it tasteful in a lot of ways, which I really appreciate. Like, there's just a lot to take in visually with this board. And then again, that little red stripe, or whatever color you end up going with, just goes all around. And then you have this gorgeous, almost feels like very race car-esque bottom. Really like this. This was done very well. I think maybe the only thing visually I would have liked to see, like in my brain, was this to be a separate piece. But like, ultimately, I don't even mind the fact that they just, like, you know, lowered the price potentially to get this to be like this. But I think this looks fantastic. It is a good looking keyboard. Anno looks fantastic on this too. I did sneak a peek, like a very small peek. That's why this wasn't that, you know, great. But it is a good looking keyboard, for real. I know, there's been some really great 60s lately too. We've been blessed with 60s. 60s this year have just been insane. It's a hidden screw design. I do kind of wish these were more of an angled screw, but it's okay. And then we have our daughter board being hidden underneath here. We'll see how easy it is to access everything. But it is nice. Dude, the side profile is insane. I know. Do they actually have a polycarbonate version of this? I'm not too sure, because now I get to see the actual... Here, I'll show you guys the page. Oh, why am I still holding this in my hand? Let me show you guys what's up with this page here. Okay. All right. So, we have... Oh, geez. Sorry, guys. Sorry. How do I move this? Here, let me just do this inside the screen here. My bad. All right. So, we have black and red. This looks sick, by the way. Black and silver. I think this is very neutral and very, like, low-key. I like that. The gray's really cool, too. Red and silver, which is kind of like what we have, just more on the red predominant side here. The blue, I don't like blue, but that's a personal preference. Silver and red, I think this is super clean looking. Silver and gray, also super clean looking. Silver and blue, I don't mind this version of the blue. I don't know why the price shows $419. I have no clue, Feather. It's a good thing this is only like the prototype page, or I shouldn't say prototype, the test page, I guess. And then we have lilac. I kind of wish they did the lilac as the lilac accent. But I guess I don't mind the top. How does this look? Yeah, like, that's not too bad. Actually, it does look pretty handsome. I like that. That looks cool. That does look pretty sweet. Fuck, actually, all of these look good. Minus the blue. All of these look super good, dude. Yeah, that looks great. I don't know. I love this. I think this looks fantastic. This is a good looking project, man. This is super good looking. Let's keep looking through some of these. Cool. We're gonna take this apart and just kind of tear it down. Ooh, wrong thing I'm hiding. There we go. Alrighty. Is the blue a custom blue or DDS stock anno? That is going to definitely be a question for Feather. I am not too sure. If you rebuild hidden screw designs a lot, you have to be really careful. Yes, I mean, that is one of the caveats of having hidden screw designs, in case you guys are wondering. Hidden screws, you do need to be careful. I recommend using like a longer bit, but you have the potential to scratch something. I feel like I've grown a little bit on this opinion after, getting to design and help design my own board, which is, I used to be vehemently like against these things. I used to be like, bro, I hate it, just put screws in the back. I understand now, like I have a better understanding of how things get constructed and why sometimes this is kind of a necessary evil to have the hidden screw designs. I think there are better ways to go about it, and I think a lot of boards have been doing it the better way. Like there used to be a lot of problems, like even more so than nowadays, but I don't mind it. It's fine.
Wraith 60 nice e.
Nice e. Thank you, Telly. It does look like a race car, though. I think Ked in chat said that as well. I want to put the feet in. Let's see what else we got here. I have no clue what this is for. Let's take a look at everything else in the bag here. So we have a daughter board with a ribbon cable. I actually think the ribbon cable is a good choice here. We have some extra screws, it looks like. We have different gaskets, which I don't know which ones are which here. Let's go back to this page here. We have our hot swap PCB, which I don't know if, did I get all the PCBs with this too? I did. And then what else do we got here? We have the feet, which I want to put on now. I'm guessing this is force brake. This is one of those particular, again, such a small complaint, but this is one of those like particular situations where I think like labeling all the bags really helps. Just from like an ease of use kind of thing, but this is nice. Hey chat, I was wondering if anyone recommendations for Orange Alps feeling chip. I actually don't know the answer to that one there, Dragonite. So we have our hot swap PCB. There's also some foam. There's our plates and stuff too. Ooh, why does the solder PCB get the cool design on it? God damn! Not that you're going to be able to see this after you solder it in, but damn, why does this get the cool design? I'm always confused why people don't put the design on the back, where everyone can see it if you take it apart. Never get that. I'll never understand. I mean, these are both cool. So, compatibility-wise, you obviously get more with the hot swap. You get, looks like ISO support. This is going to be forced split backspace. Interesting. I am surprised by that. Why would you not include a full backspace, at least on the solder? Interesting, though. I'm actually not terribly upset about that, but it would have been a good choice. But HHKB is also kind of like, it's tough to sell for some people. But you know what? That's fine. Full backspace on HHKB is a crime. Listen here, guys. Listen here. I like full backspace on some of my HHKBs. Very pretty mask on this, though. This is so cool. But you do get a lot of options, though. There is your, standard fare. Looks like you even get a split spacebar, which is fantastic. And that's even present on the hot swap. So, show one HHKB you have with full backspace. Timeout in it. Okay. Yeah, but these are really, really nice. These are really, really nice PCBs. And like I said, decent compatibility. Decent compatibility, you know. It does have silence for spreading the truth. It does have split backspace on both of these. Oh, no. Actually, sorry. Hot Swap does not have split backspace. I mean, dude, you get both of them in the box anyways. Cool. Very, very cool. Let's put these back. Let's put the feet in before I forget. It's good to see you checking up on a Turkish keyboard. Is this a Turkish designer? I had no clue. I didn't know where Crit was from. Also, this is a very small positive to this. I love when keyboards do these really deep inset places for the feet. I love it. I don't know why. It makes the whole board feel like the assembly is better. So Grit is the same as Dune 65, so from China. Oh, okay, okay. There you guys go. I didn't know Grit. You know what? I don't remember Grit's name from the Dune, but the Dune is a sweet looking keyboard too. Very, very nice. Do you daily drive to Lily HHKB? I don't have it, Sapien. That's not my board. All those Lilies that I built are client boards. Frether, is there any design or any, I guess, configuration that you want me to use here? I almost feel like I might do 2 streams on this. I feel like I have to. I feel like 1 stream will be... Yeah, I feel like I have to do 2 streams. But I don't think I have like the physical stuff ready for both streams today. But I feel like I want to do a plateless and a plate. Dude, this is gorgeous. I love the bottom of this board. Holy shit. All right, cool. Now the question is, what do I want to do first? Yeah, I don't mind the extra work, Feather. It's just, I guess I'm conflicted on which one I want to do first. What do you guys want to see? The switches I was going to use today were going to be HMX switches for funsies or Keygeek switches. So totally up to you guys. Do you weightlift? Some of the keyboards, most notably a Neubauer's, feel heavy for an average Joe. I use the rower every now and then, but I don't do workouts. I don't do that. Well, I was thinking Keygeek explosion switches. So it's up to you guys. I finally got some of these guys, the explosion Keygeek ones. So actually, I feel like this would look really cool with the board too. It's like kind of red, so it would kind of theme out the board too. Yeah, maybe we do plate today, and then, fuck, okay. Here's my thought process. Plate today, hot swap today. I'm going to figure out another day during the week, because this board doesn't get released for another week anyways. And then I'm going to do cherry switches, because I really want to do a batch of cherry switches for this too, for the plateless. Does that work? Curious to see if you'd like 8.5. I'm also curious. Well, the HMX switches, I kind of feel like maybe are a bad choice for this board. Maybe I don't think I should go HMX. I just have a set of HMX switches that I was considering for this one, but I think Keygeek might be a better choice. I don't have Red Devil, unfortunately. Do it. Keygeek explosions are super clack. All right, let's do hot swap and maybe a plate. I'm curious to see you showcase a Lucky 80 build in live stream. Is there a Lucky 80? I didn't even know there was a Lucky 80. They're clack monsters? Damn. If it's snow crash switches, use them. They're incredible. No, they're not snow crashes. Actually, I did get sent... You know what? I have one other option for you guys for switches I totally forgot about. I got sent these by Baron in chat. We technically could do snow rabbits. He sent these as a gift. So, snow rabbits are also a potential viable switch for this. What do you guys think? These are much deeper. These might pair really well with an aluminum plate. So these could be a really like legit way we can build these. We've used these a few times now, and they're really nice. Okay, I'm gonna do a poll. Switches. So it's gonna be Snow Rabbit or Explosion Keygeek. There you guys go. Yeah, guys, I've been playing a bit more Pokemon. I really want to play today. Although I have to run some errands, and then I also want to send out all the forms for people to fill out for the giveaway stuff. But I really want to sit down and just like not think and just play. Any downsides to your WL Beast Mouse, or would you recommend it? I would recommend it. But if you guys are... Okay, while the poll's running, let me talk about something really quick. Was that a Game Boy Color? No, this is an Analog Pocket. It's an aftermarket one. None of my Game Boys work anymore, so... Okay, I really, 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 really think, mouse-wise, I am probably not the best person to give people advice on mice. But if you guys want a little perspective from someone who's not really, a full-on gamer, but I think I'm pretty decent at Overwatch, I have been using a lot of different mice. More recently, I got my hands on the new Endgame gear, and if you guys know, I really like the Endgame gear product. I don't know why. I just love that mouse. It was interesting transitioning from the Ponage mouse back to Endgame gear because they're heavy. It's a heavier mouse. I don't know what my number one mouse is anymore. I still feel like the Endgame gear is still my favorite. I don't know why. I just feel like I perform better with that mouse shape, or maybe it's something to do with the weight. I have no clue. But my favorite performing mouse so far is probably one of two. I think I really like Endgame gear, and I think at this point here, it's either the Sora or the Ponage mouse that's in second place. I haven't truthfully used this guy for much gaming. This has been like once in a blue moon. I have the Stormbreaker and I also have the CF, but the CF is more my thing. The Lamzu was really good too. And I think there's been a lot of really good mice, but I'm still going back to one of three, which is the Endgame, the Sora V2, and then the Ponage CF. Those have been the three things I keep going back to. For whatever reason though, I like working with this one. This has been my go-to for working. Every time I get rid of it off my desk to use something else, I end up going back to this guy. And I don't know why that is. I think it might be just because I think the shape and how light this thing is just works for me. And also the battery life has been really good for this. But yes, I think the Endgame gear mice have been my favorite. I do plan on trying this Endgame gear one. This guy. The wired version is actually a little bit lighter by 5 grams or something. And I don't really give a shit about having a wireless versus wired mouse, because sometimes I game with it charging and I don't really feel like there's much of a difference. So I feel like maybe I'll like this a bit more, just because it has a bit of a lightness to it. I think that 5 grams actually goes a long way. So I'm gonna give it a go. Knock something over. What's your hand size? I actually don't know. I have to measure it and stuff. I got the G Pro Superlight X Wireless. It's so good. I actually ended up really hating my G Pro. I don't know why. I don't like it. Some Discords found a $30 AliExpress mouse, which is on par with the G Pro. People are always skeptical at it first, but it comes back. Oh, really? Interesting. What mouse is that? G Pro is like holding a brick. No, it's not even so much that it's holding a brick to me. I just don't. There's something about the G Pro that doesn't really sit well with me. But yeah, I've been really, dude, I know this, I hate to say this is not now becoming a hobby, because I don't want it to become a hobby. I truly don't, but I have been enjoying trying different mice. I also want to keep it 100 with you guys. I think it's also because sometimes I get a mouse sent to me here and there, so I sometimes get to have extra things I get to try. I would say though, realistically, the worst mouse that's been sent to me that I just could not get into had to be the Asus mouse. I did not like it. I forget which one it was, but I think that had to be one of the worst. But yeah. I will also say, I think these, so far, the skates on these have been really, really good. Just using the dot skates. If it wants to focus, for Christ's sake. There we go. These skates have been really nice. And maybe that's also why I like working with this. But yeah, I really still like the Endgame gear. I think I might figure out if I want aftermarket skates for it. So we'll see. We'll see. Are those jades? are just stock. Sorry, what shades? What are we talking about? The Asus mouse? Yeah, I think it might have been the Harp Ace or something like that, Mac. They sent me one a while ago to go with the keyboard that they wanted me to take a look at, and honestly, I tried it and I could not get into it, dude. But my favorite combination of anything that I've ever used, though, dude, it had to be those sapphire skates that I had on my Lamzu Atlantis. I'm just so sad that I damaged that mouse during transit. Like, sorry, I say transit. When I was moving, I loved those skates. Loved them. They were so good. But yeah, I'm going to try some different skates on a few of the mice. But right now, dude, gotta say, it's a real tough call between those three mice. Sora, Ponage, CF, and really, really enjoying that endgame gear. I don't know what it is about the endgame gear. The mouse feels so high quality. Sensor-wise, I'm not gonna like sit here in front with you guys. Like, I think they all perform very fucking good. There's no real like, oh my god, this sensor is like, it's just really like what's comfortable to me. And honestly, there's like this weird perception of good quality with the endgame gear, so I've been happy with it. All right, let's do this. I guess we're gonna do some stabs and we're using the explosion switches for today. We'll use the snow rabbits for another one. Grainy, thank you so much, dude.
I was trying to think of a DN joke, but I'm too tired today.
Long day today? Thank you though, Dan. I appreciate it, man. I kind of just want to use cherry clip-ins, but I think I have enough. Getting back into my cherry clip-in phase. What do I think of diamond polished cherry MX Browns? I personally, I'm not a diamond polish guy. Think what you will, and maybe this is a controversial take or whatever. I don't think diamond polishing is my cup of tea. For some reason, I think it ruins the Switch for me. Like, I think it makes the Switch sound not like what I want. But yeah, I mean, it's personal preference at the end of the day, man. But yeah, if you're asking me for my personal opinion, then no, I don't really care for it. I just prefer the cherry switches as is. Oh my god. What, bro? This guy, dude. This guy. Do you have anything special lined up for the 100K special? There's nothing. Just to keep it a buck with you guys, like, I already ran a big giveaway, and that was kind of preemptively for the 100K special, but there will be one giveaway thing that happens. I'm gonna toss it in somewhere. Oh, more muted. What happened? I'm gonna toss it in somewhere soon, but it'll be more of like a YouTube thing. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I think you guys will enjoy it. Free feet picks. And this is a 7U, so we're going to do 7U, not a 6U wire. Good, because I'm still waiting on my 6U wires to come in. Sentient, thank you so much for 41 months. Thank you, dude. And I'll hydrate as well. Yeah, every giveaway I run is always international. I was thinking about giving away a really special board. I was also considering, and this might take some time though, which kind of, I wish I thought of this earlier. I was considering getting something like custom done for 100K to give away to someone, but I have a different idea now. So I'm probably just going to go with that. Explosion switches 1. So we're going to do little explosion switches today. I did a calf exercise on Friday, then ran over 3 miles on Saturday. Now my calves are sore and I can't even fully extend my leg. God damn, my boy working out. All right, Squill. Do I ever sell my boards? Not really. There's been a rare occasion where if a board just literally does not run, and I'm gonna, again, this is me being super transparent, super honest. There have been like 4 boards in the last 5 years of me streaming where I've maybe been like, This particular person really collects these things. I happen to have it. I'm not using it. Pay for shipping. You can have it type thing. That rarely happens, and that's usually to close friends or people that I know in the community well enough that I know won't just flip things. So nice. That is my main concern.
458 gifted a tier 1 sub to HU_.
Thank you, JN. I appreciate it. There's been like an occasion where someone has been like, can I have a spare part to a keyboard? And I'll sell spare parts. I mean, again, I say sell, I usually mean just pay for shipping. But I try not to make it a habit only because like I feel like I'm going to get bombarded with messages about free things. So the answer is no, I don't sell things. But I have given things to friends. Like I don't have that Cruel World Pixie anymore. That was given to a friend. Actually, I don't even know if that ran. I don't think it ran either. So let's get a piece of tape here and get rid of these because I hate looking at these things. Where's my tape? Tape. Do we even have any tape left? We'll use this tape. Man, you posted in Delta the Manta price? Oh, is that because like that and stuff like that? That would make sense. Have a great day. I'll catch you soon. Bye, Squill. A custom Manta? I mean, I could offer something like that for a 100K special. I don't know. We'll figure something out. It'll be in the next like week or two. Because right now, I think the way YouTube works is my account is now under review for hitting 100 or something like that. So they have to like make sure I'm like all good. I have no clue. Obviously, this is my first time. So I guess once that's out of review is when we'll start doing things. So I don't know. Honestly, Dan, I have no clue. I have no clue any of this works. I just saw that now my account is under review. They're going to like make sure I am like valid to get all the perks of whatever. So we'll see. Honestly, still no clue. I need my lube jar, which is right here. Big congrats. Thanks, man. Honestly, I'm still shocked. I'm very shocked. Are all the builds you do on stream for clients? Well, it's I'd say like 40% clients, 50% vendors wanting to look at things, and then 10% my own. So it just varies per project. How does this go this way? I'll do the unboxing on stream for the plaque if I get one, because I think you have to like hit criterias. I'm not crossing my finger. Well, I'm crossing my fingers, but like honestly, I'm not trying to get pumped up over it. I don't want to like let myself down type thing. Never tried Melitrix boards. If I want to build one just for fun, what you'd recommend? I think their newest one, the Dyna, is probably the best keyboard they've done in a while. Go with the Dyna, but I don't think it's shipped yet. I think it's just pre-orders. Do you plan on doing anything special for when hit 1 million subs? Damn, bro. Honestly, in 15 years, if I hit 1 million, I'll give away my favorite keyboard. What about 1 billion? Damn, bro. We really shooting for the stars. We really shooting for it. Damn. Clip it. At 1 billion subs, I'll let Annette out of the basement, bro. All right? At 1 billion subs. Annette can finally be free. He'll be able to leave. So this is up to you guys. At 1 million, he gives away his favorite keyboard, his Wooting. I need to mod my Wooting still. That's what I need to do. Honestly, Thoughtfather, I need to get it done. So at 1 billion, you're going to give away the Toxic Corn? If we hit 1 billion, I'll give away every unicorn that I have, which is all 2 of them, so. Guys, unsub? Dude. Jeff Bezos arc? If you hit 1 million, please make a giant Manta. I'll swim with a real Manta while holding the Manta keyboard. Actually, I don't know how to swim, so I don't know if that'll work. So maybe we don't do that. Maybe I'll have someone else swim. Or maybe I'll learn to swim. I don't know. Swimming's kind of scary to me. I don't know why. I'm gonna put a video up of my wooding build in general. Half the people I ask don't realize it's even an HE build. Really, Flick? Yo, what switches are you using for that? What do you got going on for that, brother? You don't know how to swim? That's got to change ASAP? I know. I don't know how to do a lot of things, guys. I'm a little behind in life. It's okay. I'm getting there. We're getting there at our own pace. Can I ask what productivity tools you use? I use a calendar type thing. Like, it's a to-do list. I think it's literally called, what is it called again? Todoist, I think? Todoist. I use Todoist. And then all my stuff that I have is pretty much it's on Google Sheets. I essentially use like an Excel spreadsheet for a lot of my booking. I've tried other apps. I just don't want to spend money on apps. Simple as that. I don't really want to spend $15 a month on things. The way I book things and organize myself is pretty simple, so I don't think I need to have like that granular of a program. So yeah, that's pretty much what I use. I don't really have anything else. I need to get better with certain things. Like I feel like emails, I'm not super great with always answering. Actually, it depends. Really, it depends. Like this week, up until Friday, I was on top of things. And then Friday hit, and I feel like the weekend, I kind of conk out, you know? Thank you, Arya. I appreciate that. Have a good night. Okay, these are done, and let's do dielectric grease. It's a life skill. Imagine Toronto gets invaded by Atlanteans. You'll regret not knowing how to swim. You know what? You're not wrong, bro. Use Gemini if you're already on Gmail. Is Gemini the AI thing? Does that cost money? Can I ask what the orange mouse is? It's the WL mouse, the Beast one. It's from mechanicalkeyboards.com. That's where I got it, at least. I think you're pretty good with Discord DMs. Only 10 business days to respond, which is You know what, Annette? 10 is better than nothing, dude. I would say if Atlanteans go anywhere, you wouldn't want to be near water anyways. True. Big true, dude. I've got to get some stuff organized before I DM Alex to send him some goodies. Ooh, goodies. Oh, I'm excited now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know any other productivity tools I really should be using. I really do feel like my days are kind of already all too loaded up where I can't even find time to really like research how to do some of these other things. I've really put way too much on my plate these days, which I always tend to regret at the end, but you know what? It is what it is, I guess. Nothing crazy, just stuff I've tried. I think you enjoyed. Oh, okay, cool, Flick. I'm down. Let's get it. What's up, Tien? How you doing? You should create your alexotos bot based on all your contents in order to respond in a common question. Interesting. I kind of understand what you're saying. Like, create something that acts like me type thing. Man, I don't know. I feel like that's getting like down the rabbit hole of AI stuff. Like this Hebe Artisan novel key sent by accident. I really want to get that to a good home. Oh, we can give away those things if you'd like. That's really kind of you, Flick. For real, man. Alex, I had a question about the Manta. I know you guys are still considering what to do, or sure, whether to do a special edition, but considering it's probably limited, how are you guys going to handle it? Oh, it's going to be first come, first serve. Unfortunately, like, I don't really feel like raffles are a super great way at doing things, just because raffles can also be manipulated. What I'm going to do, and I've already thought about this, is it will be on launch day, but sometime it won't be like the moment the Manta launches. So if you guys are interested in the first come, first serve, like the limited ones, just monitor Discord, and then I'll post a link in Discord with where it's being sold. And then you guys can go for that. That way there, it's not like there's not like a preemptive page which people can look at. And I'll let you guys know like the details like ahead of time of what it looks like and stuff, so you guys can make your decision. But yeah. A GOG 7V again? Whenever we get one. Isn't there going to be a new one soon too? I feel like first come first serve would also create a sense of urgency and FOMO, but raffles also have problems. Yeah. Gork, thank you so much for the tier 1, bro. I appreciate that. 6 months in advance is nuts. I appreciate that, bro. Love you, buddy. But yeah, the problem with the raffle is I worry people are going to manipulate it. At least here. Like, and here's the thing, guys. Like, I know I don't even like the concept of having like first come first serve for sure. We don't want to do a crazy amount of these because like these particular ones that we're trying to do for limited are expensive. A little bit more expensive than normal ones. But I also like I want to like make it fun in the same regard as well. But yeah, I don't think like the state of the world and the economy is like it's not super great. So I don't think they'll sell out like in 2 seconds. Yeah, I agree with Mac on this. Raffles can be manipulated so the same user can buy 2 or 3. Like, I agree. And that's why I don't think it's super great. At least with the first come, first serve, like, I don't have to worry about a lot of things in that sense. Like, it'll be 1 per person per email type thing per, like, account. And it's not going to be super easy to make an account in, like, 0.2 seconds anyways. So, all right, let's put these on. Enough yapping. I think the Blue Ridge, though, has a more unique premise to it. Because it's EC as well, and there's just not a lot of that. Is GMK 67 or Neo 65 a dumb question? I don't really know too much about the GMK 67, though, to be honest with you, Tien. So I'm not too sure about the question there. But, I mean, I would definitely go with the Neo stuff. Like, I don't really know too much about GMK stuff. Your Neo builds were great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Just built my Envoy with Nixies and Cherry Stabs. Named it my Alex board. Sounds scratchy AF. I love it. Let's go, bonkers. Love that, bro. Okay, are you guys in agreement we should use the aluminum plate for this? We're in agreement, right? I think we go super clacky today. And then, like I said, we can do the plateless build another day. What's my ballpark estimate? Oh, dude. I would love if 150 gets sold. I think we're pricing it based off of 300. Tien, thank you so much for the prime. I appreciate it. But like, I would love if 150 gets sold. Me and Bull have some other stuff we want to talk about and like be transparent with you guys about too. Like, well, I guess I can kind of tell you guys. Hold on, let's just build this first, and then we'll kind of talk about that. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking. Is this a good match? Hell yeah, this is gonna be sweet. Oh, dude, these are super clacky. What the hell? Damn, this is gonna be nice. What do you think of blue cheese V2s? Blue cheese are really deep. I think the Neo CU series is already really deep, and I think you can really, if you're looking to get a really deep keyboard, then yeah, that's probably the move. Do you think a full leather keyboard would go hard? I'm honestly not sure how I feel about that. Oh, is the plate a little bit warped on the end here? Okay, hold on one sec, guys. I think the plate might have got a little bit bent in transit. Let me see. I have a switch puller here. Don't forget to mount the light bleed prevention foam now. Oh, let me do that first then. Doesn't matter. I have to fix the plate anyways. I think it got a little bit, you guys can see that? A little tilted in transit anyways. So let me see if I can fix this quick. I don't even know what's a good way to do this. do it on the desk? I feel like I'm gonna scratch this. Let me just do it on this. Those gym arms gonna snap them. Alright, there you go. Should be better now. Transit my ass. My desk did it. Oh my god, FR. So the light bleed prevention foam. What foam is that supposed to be? Is that one of these, Feather? Do I have to use the foam in this case? I guess I'm a little confused on which one that is. Let's see. Is it in here? Oh, these things. So how do these get inputted here? These get put... Oh, like this? Interesting. How does that work for a plateless build? Will that still sit okay in a plateless build? I almost feel like these should be adhesive. You know what I mean, Feather? Like, cut here and then adhesive on this side, and then just you can adhere it to the plate. But I guess for people who don't want that, I don't know. Maybe adhesive would be a little bit better, I think. That way there it doesn't shift around. Interesting though. Very interesting. Just better seat these. It compresses down. Actually, you're right. It does seem to compress down a little bit too. I mean, that's cool. Definitely an interesting concept here for how this works. Sometimes adhesives don't make the best choice. Like, not always the best thing to do. So, color profile for the stream looks great. Thank you, Tien. I appreciate that. Dude, I gotta admit though, this red is looking insane on this board right now. It is a good looking red. And again, if you guys wanted to see the solder PCB, it has a much cooler design on this. Very, very cool. Very vibing with that right now. Don't forget to put the lotion in the case. Excuse me? Huh? What are we putting lotion in? It's so wicked. Yeah, it's super neat. We're talking about human skin keyboards, Alex. Oh, I just burped. Sorry. What? Human skin keyboards? God damn, brother. God damn, brother. Is this a keyboard? It is. We're building a keyboard right now. Also, Feather, what's this for? Is this like a cable hold down thing? I don't exactly know what this particular piece is. Is this just like a sticker to hold down something or other? Which does, I don't know if that's really makes sense because this is a ribbon cable, but I honestly don't know. It puts the lotion on the board. It's bad. Okay, you know what, guys? We're still talking about that? That's crazy. Only cons of designed PCBs is you don't see them often. Well, you're really realistically never going to see these. I like to kind of look at stuff like this as like small details, because I think this is, I know it's a large piece, but this is considered to me like a small detail. That's it. It's a small detail. It's just nice to have in the board. Like, you're the only person who's going to know, you know? Helps you put the film on the front badge. Oh, like protective film? Is that what you mean by? Is that what this really is? Oh yeah, it is protective film. That's a nice touch. In case you don't want that to get scratched up. That's cool. Oh, that's to remove dust and stuff, I'm assuming. Like a sticky tackiness to get rid of dust. That's a nice touch. You even get little protectors for that too. Been lurking on YouTube for a while. Started tuning into your streams. Mind if I ask you troubleshooting questions? Absolutely. If it's too detailed, I might not be able to answer it just because I might not actually know. But yeah, I'm always here to help, my friend. Always here. I do kind of wish this had a polycarbonate top, though. If there was a polycarb version of this, this would be absolutely insanity, dude. But this is a gorgeous looking keyboard. The gold will show in between the keys. If we do a plateless, it might. Yeah, it definitely will. But you know, I think that'll kind of look neat. No, I don't think Feather said there's plans for a PC version of this. They do have some solid color choices, though. I mean, sometimes I look between the gaps of keycaps to adore the plate. Maybe on plateless setups you can look at... Yeah, I actually have a keyboard that has a really intricate design on the PCB. It's actually the FMJ80. And you can, because it's done in plateless, you can take a look at the PCB with even the keycaps on. So it's not like this is the worst thing in the world. You just kind of have to like look hard. And yeah, Feather, just so I'm in the understanding of this too, because I didn't even talk about this. I was going to mention this towards the end of the stream. You're here now, so maybe you can help answer. This is a pre-order for... So it's a pre-order, or is it going to be like in stock? Because I know I read and I saw that you were making these, or I guess they're already being made, rather. So is it just like a very short-term turnaround type thing? Like the boards are already being made type deal? Do we like the color of these switches? Actually, these are pretty nice. I'm assuming these explosion switches are a nod to that character from that anime with the mage that makes all the explosions. I don't fucking remember the name of the anime. Quite like in stock, there's a order period. Oh, okay, so this is essentially going to be in stock. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, Megumin. That's, I assume, what these switches are based off of. No classic blues today. I didn't have them lubed. I thought I had lubed ones. I have unlubed ones. So we'll use classic blues sometime this week, though. I have to sit down and lube them. After this, we'll double check like VIA compatibility and vial compatibility and stuff. I was really hoping to build my Envoy with Alex Obscurus this weekend, but Mode didn't ship my order. When did you order it? I feel like they might be a bit backlogged with stuff because of their sale. Usually they ship stuff really quick, though. But like, I really think it's because of their sale. Vial for this board? That's awesome. Is it working like out of the box right now, Feather? All right, does it say what color is what on this? Let's see, which one's red and which one's black? Softer is red, black is firmer. Okay. I say let's just try the softer ones first. Plus it's red and we're gonna go full red with this. Let's do it. Mode also hasn't shipped my full copper 65 and 220 Alex switches as well. Ordered on the 8th. I can ask when orders are being shipped out. I actually just placed an order for on a client's behalf. Let me tell you guys when. I think it was literally last night. Where's my receipt? July 12th. So I'm also going to be waiting for some stuff too. Yeah, July 12th. I have a feeling they're probably a little bit backlogged right now with stuff, but yeah, I can ask. I can ask for you guys. And then there's an orientation. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say there's a thicker and a thinner side. Let's see. Assembly guide. Oh, I already have it downloaded. God damn, it's taking forever to open. Yeah, I'm sure they're swamped right now. I'm not too worried though. Mode's been around for a while now. They have no problems usually. All right, so this is just how to open the case. Let's see the, okay, 3 millimeters goes. Silicone bumpers have 2 sides. Refer to the diagram below for visual reference. 3 mil must be down. Oh, sorry, there's actually 2 bumpers where, so the 2 bumpers on the side must be down. Okay, so these on the side will require the thicker side to be down in case someone doesn't have these instructions in front of them. And then on the top and bottom, the 2 millimeter side, so the thinner side, should go towards the bottom. At least that's how I'm reading this. Yes. My bank app is on maintenance right now. I'm going to pick up some classic blues and granites when it's done. Hell yeah, dude. I know, dude. I hate when the bank apps are on maintenance. I get those sometimes too. Interesting gaskets here. Is solder always recommended for plateless? Yeah, I mean, I probably would never use a hot swap PCB for plateless. I usually think it's a bad idea. It's not always a bad idea, but usually. And then there's 2 more, 1 and 2 over here. Interesting placement right over here, eh? This is an interesting placement. I was curious about that too. The mode shipping sentiment Discord DM, but those are often not replied to. The estimate shipping that shows on the website should be updated given the sale if there's a delay. Yeah, here, you know what? I'll send you guys, here, I'll do you guys a solid right now. Well, not really. Doing myself a solid too, just because I need to know when things are being shipped out as well. Let me quickly ask someone here. There you go. I just asked. The class 65 sounds sick. Thank you, man. The Mandalorian keycaps. Oh wait, aren't these? These is Boba Fett. Mandalorian does look nice too, but this is Boba Fett. This one. All right. Let me just double check. All the 2 mils are on the bottom, and then these 2 side ones are 3. Okay, perfect. So let's open this up, and I guess I have to apply some other stuff too. Let me quickly, give me a sec, guys. I know I'm not going to be super responsive right now, but let me just triple check some stuff here. Oh, and Mo just responded, said, sorry, probably a few extra business days for orders. So, like I said, I have a feeling it's probably just due to the sheer amount of stuff. That's it, guys. Chris just responded to me. Okay, so I guess these screws are going to be different sizes. Let's just make sure we separate these accordingly. I don't really have any trays for these. We'll just put them here and here. So we need this bit, I think. Is it this bit? It is, perfect. Night stabs are like a hot commodity right now, brother. I don't... Oh, actually, let's do this one here first. They're kind of tough to find, man. They are tough. I don't know when they're restocking. Even I think the Type Plus stabs are selling pretty quickly these days right now too, so. Again, when you guys are unscrewing these types of screws, the hidden screw designs, just make sure you're not leaning the screwdriver. And what I mean by that is don't do this. Don't lean the screwdriver towards the case. Try to actually make sure you're lining it up straight. Is it true they're making clip-in night stabs? I have absolutely no clue, but that would be a godsend. My advice is always try with one switch and compare against the others and judge for yourself. For which, sorry? Oh, I guess you're talking to someone else. Bull talked about it? Okay, I had no clue. Ordered an Envoy this week and a set of your granite switches. That's going to be an interesting combo. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I have a feeling it's going to turn out great. V4 is supposed to have a clip inversion. I mean, good for them. That's going to be a good combo. We really kind of need a new clip-in switch that's good. We haven't had a great one. The stupid stabs aren't bad, but dude, look at the inside of this. So I like what they did here. This is heavy. Is this whole piece at the bottom feather stainless? That is freaking heavy, dude. That is really pretty, though. So, I mean, this is actually a really good point to show you guys as well. This whole piece at the bottom, it's stainless steel. And then, see the machining on this? Like, this is not cheap to manufacture. Melvada, thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I really appreciate that. Like, that is not cheap. I also really like what they did by giving us some, like, different slots for different materials here. That's really nice. So, good for them. This is really cool. This is a really cool build so far. All right, let's take these out. I'll just put the smaller ones down here. So make sure you guys separate these screws appropriately too. What's up, Alex? I haven't been in tune with keyboards, but I used to watch you all the time. I'm glad to see you hit 100K. Thank you, Skillshare. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm still kind of in shock, to be honest. I don't know what to think about it. It's like still, it's in the back of my head all day today, but like I think ultimately I'm not only happy that we hit that, like I'm proud of myself in a lot of ways, but I'm also I'm grateful in another aspect that we still have a community that honestly feels even better after all this time. You know what I mean? Like we have an area that we can all chill and talk about keyboards without the need to feel bad about, you know, anything. And like, I don't know how to word this properly. It just feels good. Like it feels good that after all this time we still have that, you know? That's what I'm really, really proud and happy about. Okay. What's up, Gantus? How you doing? That is actually a really big slab of stainless steel. Holy shit. This whole piece is... I guess for some reason, I visually thought this would be a smaller piece. You know what? The price is looking actually more and more justifiable. Not that it wasn't to begin with, because even the machining off the rip there was nice, but... No, this is aluminum. This is definitely alu. But this is a big chunk of stainless steel. God damn. And the finish on it's really nice too. Alright. Oop. So this guy. Proprietary daughter board. Not the biggest fan of these, but I get it for in this case because we have to use a ribbon cable. I'm assuming it goes this way. Usually it's the blue. Actually, we'll test the PCB first. Dude, I suck with ribbon cables. Why do I suck with ribbon cables, dude? There we go. All right. Got that. And let's test the PCB first. Looks like a fly daughter board would almost fit in there. Maybe it would. I'm not too sure. All right, let's make sure this turns on first. I've got test cable here. I know you guys can't see, but I'll show you guys here in a moment. Yep, we have a working PCB. Loads up. Computer recognizes it. Very cool. Oh boy. There we go. Would you say that after dwelling with the building Manta, you appreciate keyboards and their price points more often? You know, I've kind of said this a few times, but yes. I think after now getting to be really involved with a full-on, like I've already been involved with like the process of keyboards, But really getting to be involved with the Manta project overall has really opened up my eyes for a lot of things. And I hope to maybe portray that stuff I've learned to you guys as well. But yeah, it really has. Like, it's been eye-opening in a lot of great ways, to say the least. Really has been, and I appreciate certain design aspects more. I appreciate how things get made and understanding like failure rates of things like even like polycarbonate and stainless steel and other materials, and like how certain anodes might be different from certain other things. Like, there's tons of things that I've kind of learned that I'm like, all right, this makes sense now, why maybe something costs this much, why there's a delay on something like this. So it definitely adds context to a lot of the stuff maybe I already knew, as well as context to a lot of just other things in the keyboard hobby in general. So let me actually just check one more time here, just the build guide for things. Okay, force break mandatory, but that's later. Let's see. All right, guess we'll do that in a second. So let's just screw this back in for now, and then we'll do the force breaks. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's been a good process overall, man. I don't know. I've enjoyed the whole Manta process. I think it makes me able to look at keyboards better in a lot of ways too. We went with an 8-degree type angle simply because I've been using 8-degree on a lot of stuff, and I normally prefer a lower type angle for sure. The trade-off is, with a lot of boards, either you get a great low front height and a higher typing angle, or you get a higher typing or higher front height with lower typing angle. That's unfortunately the common trade-off. If I had to weigh out my options, I prefer the lower front height. The typing angle, I feel like I can adjust to very, very easily. But yes, I very much prefer lower front height. It is just the thing I like. Which one do you guys prefer? I was sharing in the Discord, I have 0 mode boards. Or 0 mode designs boards. Do you want one? Are you going to get one? Lower type angle better for your joints. Severe angle puts stress on your joints. Yeah, I don't think anything we type on a regular basis is super severe. I think severe is like 10 plus. Maybe that's like bordering severe. But that's kind of my thing there. I really don't think there's been super crazy ones in the hobby. There was one called the Wrist Breaker. Wasn't that like 15 degrees or something like that? Like some crazy one. I think for me, it's more uncomfortable to type on a keyboard with like 22 or 23 millimeter front heights, where I'm constantly having to like raise my arms and shoulders and then having to adjust my chair and everything to just type on the keyboard, rather than getting to use keyboards where I feel like comfortable, you know? All right, we're gonna do this force break now. Personally, the front height, it offers more comfort. I'm on board with that. The Class 65 is a smidge high, but like, I don't know, it's just a fun board to type on. I don't think I'll type on this like consistently, but it is nice. Hold on one sec. Let's see. We're going to put force breaks. Is there already marked locations on this? No, it just kind of tells you where to put them. Okay, we'll just kind of follow the guide here. So we got to do 4 corners. Oh boy, where's this? Thank God these are easy to come off. One. Two. Actually, this week, guys, I think a stream... Hold on, I wanted to tell you guys this. We might have a really fun stream day that's not even about keyboards this week. Is it this week? Okay, it might be this upcoming week. There might be a keyboard that may have gotten canceled. No, we're not gonna do gaming. We're not gonna do gaming, but we're gonna do Lego and Gundam. How does that sound? We're gonna do Gunpla and Lego. I really like. I would love to like. There's keyboards I need to build for myself, but honestly, I kind of want to do Lego. Like I'm feeling it. Like I have like 2 Lego kits to build, and I have Gunpla to build. When is our plain chip cooking stream? Chip tier list. God damn, what's with the chip stuff? You guys want to do chips? I had a nice bag of Ruffles yesterday, but I had low sodium Ruffles. Yo, they're not the same, guys. Honestly, they're kind of shit. I don't think I like low sodium chips. I think that defeats the purpose for me. Those are the plainest chips. Hey, don't make fun of me, guys. That's not nice. Also, avoiding keywords with function row, also better for avoiding RSI. The constant extension to reach the function row might be way... Oh, really? Is that true? Good thing I never use function rows for literally any tasks. It's very rare. I only use it for some video games that require like extra keys that need to be pressed. All right, then we need 3, 3, 3. Okay, so we're doing like on the bottom here. It's gonna be on this side. Raw potatoes can be poisonous. I learned that in Minecraft. You guys know that? I had no clue about that until I played Minecraft, bro. I can't? Why not? Why can't you, bro? I learned a lot of stuff in Minecraft. I didn't know, bro, until Minecraft. I'm being serious. I'm being so serious right now. I had no clue. I didn't learn that. That was a Minecraft learn. Hey, Alex, any recommendations for an in-stock 60? Maybe this. Depends on how much you want to spend. I feel like there was so many 60% boards that just ran, unfortunately. I just learned from you, bro. Thanks, Keeb. I appreciate you. Is Cappy in stock right now? There's still extras? Baron, did you know this information before Minecraft? If so, that's crazy. I just feel stupid now. All right, two more. No, I just know now? Damn. Me and Baron on that knowledge, bro. We on that knowledge right now. Baron, I'm actually so excited for you to try the cloud line out, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Before I put it in the box, I typed in it just to like make sure everything sounded good and give it its like final check. Holy shit, it sounded so good, man. It's interesting too. I didn't think I'd like the O-ring more in the cloud line because typically I haven't. So that's kind of a shocker to me. I think that's it. What's a good Wooting dupe I could buy? Honestly, I don't think there's a dupe sound-wise. I actually don't think Wooting keyboards sound good at all. There's not really a dupe per se. Wooting is kind of leading the way in, you know, their software implementation, but I think the Venom stuff and kind of building up from like the Venom might be a great way to go. But if you're like looking for a pre-built, there's some good pre-builts. I like the Ducky stuff. The Ducky sounds good. It just doesn't have good, like, strong software compared to like the Wooting. I did, Captain. I did it on. When did I do the build, Baron? It was like last week, right? I feel like it was a little while ago. All right, let's see. What else do we need to do here? We need to do. So that's done. This is good. All right, I don't think I need to use. Okay, I don't think I need to use the bottom foam. I don't think it's mandatory. Okay. Let's do this. We can put this together and screw it all in now. I built a few Hall Effect stuff. I'm going to go really crazy with Hall Effect stuff probably in August. Main turnoff for me is the lack of layouts for HE stuff. Yeah. I very much agree. Layout stuff has been a little lackluster. All right. So this just sits in here. So does this gasket system, does this kind of act more like... I like the way this works, actually. So this is something to note. The gasket system on this board, it does sit as like normal gaskets, but see what it does here? It kind of locks the board into place. Almost feels like an O-ring, like pressure, like friction fit board, which I kind of like. That is nice. So this is not going anywhere. There's no room for shifting, which is sometimes a common problem we find with things. So that's a pretty neat little feature here. Cool. All right, we can put this all back together now too. Very nice. It's got 10 hours of sleep and it was incredible. Do you ever find, Alaska, do you ever find like oversleeping like hurts your head? Honestly though, man, I'm happy for you, dude. Everyone needs sleep, bro. We need that sleep in our life. We need it. Oversleeping fucks me up. Dude, same here, sadly. I did it I did it this week. The weekend I had food poisoning, which was last weekend. I overslept and oh my God, I felt like so bad. Yeah, see, Alaska, you needed it, bro. That's good for you, man. I'm honestly so happy for you, dude. Do you feel like super relaxed today? Yeah, oversleeping fucks me up. Totally ruins the following day. I tend to feel I get a headache almost instantly when I oversleep. But what's weird, I can undersleep just fine, which is like the strangest thing to me. I feel like I can sleep like less and feel great. I don't know. What's the deal with everyone pushing low profiles all of a sudden? I don't know. I like low profile stuff. I don't love it. I like it. It's cool. I'm probably going to take a look at a low profile keyboard in a week or so, but yeah, I don't know why there's so many popping up right now. I don't know. I think they're neat. I've been looking at them too. I reached out to a brand if I could take a look. I like them for like traveling and stuff. If I want to bring a keyboard around that's not big and chunky, they're good for that. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really like one way or another I go about it. All right. Put everything away now. Big low profile didn't buy up Alex yet? Yeah, maybe that's the reason why. I haven't been approached where it's like, hey, can we spend money? Is that it? Big low profile keyboards. Like I said, they're cool. I don't mind low profile keyboards. It's just, I also don't go crazy for them. But like, we kind of talked about this last week where I find that I actually type more consistently on my MacBook because it's low profile. You know, it's like really slim. So maybe there's some truth to that. I feel like some other people said they also feel the same way. Anyway. Do-overs my Neo Ergo. Travis, that is literally the toughest option. I don't even know. They're both great. I think the Ergo is still like my favorite, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The Ergo is kind of sick. All right, what are we putting for keycaps? I feel like I don't have a great set for this, guys. I apologize. I feel like this keyboard's so beautiful, and I don't have like the best set for this. Is Redline gonna work, you think? This is such a beautiful looking keyboard. DMG might work too. Maybe Redline would work. Crimson Cadet? Please tell me Morgan J is your brother. He is not my brother. Redline, it could work. Maybe Redline. Twitch block 2160p. I'm sorry, bro. There's nothing I can do. I think they're trying to phase in this 2K thing, so. Red Cyrillic might be an interesting choice, actually. Holy, actually, do we do Red Cyrillic on this? I kind of like that option. Crimson Cadet is also valid, though. Here, let's do a poll. Fuck it. We're doing a poll. /poll. Keycaps. Let's do Red Cyrillic, Crimson Cadet, and then I guess Redline would be the last option. Can we vote 2? Unfortunately, just 1. I don't have Red Devils, unfortunately. CU wants a compliment. Oh, CU, did you get tracking, by the way? I saw it updated, so I just wanted to follow up with you. CU, you know what's always going to update? And it only get better and better every time? How much I love you, bro. I hope you're having a great day, CU. Hope every day gets better for you, and every day makes you smile. Love you, buddy. Evil Dolch? I don't think I have Evil Dolch. Red Cyrillic? Now, question is, do I have Red Cyrillic on a board? Let me go find if I have Red Cyrillic on something. Let me go see. I'm pretty positive I do, but I just don't remember what it's on. Red Cyrillic, Red Cyrillic. Let me get the box for it first. Does anyone remember what I had it on? I don't think it's on the Pangea anymore. Yeah, the Pangea is right here. It doesn't have keycaps. Let me get the box for it first. Maybe I put it back in the box. Let's go see. Let's go see the box. Now to find the box. I really don't remember if it's in here or not. It doesn't feel like it, but. Oh, it is. Never mind. It's in the box. We're good. Damn, that actually feels like light. I guess I took it off the board. Deep well would be interesting. Like, I feel like, you know, maybe I do have more sets than I thought that can work well on this. I think the black and red and white would look sweet on this. But I don't know. It's up to you guys. You guys pick. I'm waiting so bad for Cap Santalum. I may buy 2 boards just to get both colors. I mean, dude, if it speaks to you, bro, just do it. If it speaks to you, absolutely. I was like that with Crimson Cadet. Crimson Cadet, for some reason, like spoke to me, and I needed 2 sets of it. Don't ask me why. I just did. Is Greg still ban worthy? Greg is not really banned, but I think I've accepted that Greg is only available for people who commission me a keyboard and want to see it as a joke for funsies, or it's under the sub rule where you need to give subs and then I'll use it maybe. You know? Yeah, but the client submissions is still allowed. See, and a few people have been mentioning Greg, and Greg's still a blocked term. It still is. I'll put it through. All right. Looks like we're using Red Cyrillic here. So let's start using Red Cyrillic. What's up, Rusty? Actually, make sure not spoiling anything, because it needs to have all the keycaps on to sound, you know. Sounding good. Okay. Sounding good so far. Yeah, the enter's sounding really nice. Okay, let's start putting some stuff on. We should get a slightly different sound profile once everything goes on the keyboard. These are T-Geek Explosions, which I think also kind of go pretty nice with the board. I think it kind of suits it in a lot of ways. I like it. It looks neat. Red keycaps better for novelty and a few sprinkled across the set than an entire set. I feel like maybe if we did do red here, it'd be too much red because we already have like a red accent, you know? I don't know. I still feel like this is a valid choice. If it's not, then I apologize. But I still feel like it's valid. Am I missing a keycap here? I actually might be. You know, we'll just use this for the time being. I think I'm missing my pipe key for this. That's one profile of pipe, but... Oh, it's right there. Never mind, I see it. Alright. I did try the Guns N' Roses. They're really nice. They're really, really nice. They actually would have worked really well on this particular board as well, but yeah, I did try them. This is, okay, I think this is a good choice, by the way. I'm looking to build a new board, sub $200, 65%. What would you recommend currently? Dude, I don't know if it's still on. I think it is, right? If you can take advantage of the mode sales, take advantage of them. Are the mode sales still on? Super good prices right now. I would say just grab a 65 from them. That or like a Neo. If you want to go even cheaper than that, maybe even like if you don't mind foamy sound profiles. Honestly, the Lucky 65 is a decent choice. But if you want to go full custom, then yeah, I think you'll have a better time with something like the Neo or the mode stuff. Hop back in for a moment. That HHB is looking gorgeous, dude. I'm telling you, this is a nice looking board. It also assembled like pretty easy too. So like from an assembly standpoint, this is pretty user friendly. Dude, the Tessa's really nice. If it's still in stock at a test, I didn't even know that was still in stock. Dude, I think this is gonna sound really nice, man. I'm actually pretty excited to redo this board with a plateless build as well. This is looking hot, man. I'm liking this. Red Cyrillic was a good suggestion. Whoever suggested that, hell yeah, dude. Hell yes. You know what else is still in stock? Tell me. Pancakes in the kitchen? I had pancakes today. I made pancakes when I woke up. I hope you're proud of me, bro. I made them and I said, you know what? I need to get my pancake fix in. So I made it the way my dad always made it, which was cinnamon, chocolate chips, pancake batter. Delicious. Absolutely delicious, dude. Which bottom row do I want? Let's do this bottom row. Oh no, wrong side. DN is in stock? God damn, bro. We getting in with the DN jokes? System. And then I need the other function. Not, is it this one? This one here. So what do you guys think? Let's plug in the board. What do we think? Who's gonna tell him? Did I embarrass myself somehow? Pancakes with a splash of DN. So, thoughts? Let's see. The LEDs on this are kind of they're kind of like a nice touch. They have some taste to these. I like the LEDs. That is really pretty, actually, man. Damn. Dude, this is a classy looking HHKB, bro. Well, HHKB styled keyboard. Here, I'll show you guys the bottom. This big chunk of stainless is insane. I'm sold on this. This visually, the way this turned out, absolutely crazy. I love the way this thing looks. Decent side bezels. Like, this looks really good. The back rounding is nice. Yeah, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Damn, this is fucking gorgeous. Yeah, we should make the LEDs red. And this should just load up in vials, so let me just load this up. Vial, start, Wraith 60 hot swap so it recognizes it. Yep, loads up in vial. Oh, that's awesome. What a great feeling that is. I feel like I haven't had a keyboard load up natively in a while. So it's on rainbow swirl right now, so let's just turn this to solid and we can turn it to red. And actually it wasn't even on full brightness, guys. Now it's on full brightness. Ooh. This is nice, man. Yeah, this is actually tasteful LEDs, I agree. Looks pink? Well, it might be my stream. There's nothing I can do about that. Look, it looks beautiful. It looks so good, man. I'm here for this. I think this looks super, super nice, bro. Thoughts on the ZMK boards? I think I haven't used enough, to be honest, Pancake. But ZMK, from what I understand, is like better for battery life and stuff. So, this is nice. This is pretty. I was told the LED on the hot swap has a bit of a bug. New firmware has been tested and will be available to flash. Okay. What's the bug? What's the bug that it has? I'm not even sure. Actually, I want to go back to rainbow for a second. So rainbow swirl on full brightness. Looks pretty good. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Let's see how this sounds, because now it's going to come down to how does it sound and feel and stuff. So we're using the light gaskets, the soft gaskets. We're using a hot swap PCB with Keygeek explosion switches, cherry stabilizers. Oh, we changed to red solid? Really? These are both red. Oh, I don't honestly know for other. Maybe it takes maybe it's like trial and error type thing. Let's see what it sounds like though. So there's a bit of resonance underneath the alphas, but I kind of like it. The spacebar's picture perfect though. It is absolutely this is the spacebar I typically like on keyboards. And I feel like if you really wanted to get rid of some of that resonance, it came with some very light foam that you can probably put underneath to kind of fill that up a bit. But these are also extremely bright switches. This is kind of hitting. I do want to see it with a little bit of that foam underneath. This is kind of hitting. I don't know if I'll like the foam. I kind of like it the way it is right now. Damn. All right, let's open this thing up one more time here. How many units are there? Only 50 of these, Feather? That hits the spot. Explosions are super bright for a key switch, but fits the board, to be honest. Yeah, I was actually a little worried they might be a bit too bright, but this is perfect. Do I have a favorite spacebar of all time? I mean, this is literally the spacebar I like right here. This is on par with everything else I would call my favorite. Quite literally. I'm not even over-exaggerating that. I think the alphas in its current state, I've had alphas I prefer, but this is still really nice because I personally don't mind resonance with my alphas. But yeah, it's not hidden away. There's definitely some metallic undernotes that happen with the alphas. Some people really like that though. I know people who really like that kind of metallic-y alpha sound signature. So let's see. Let's plug all this in now. I want to see it with a little bit of that under foam now. And sorry, Feather, you said 100 units? Oh, 50 between you and Prototypist. Okay, oh, 50 Gion, 50 me, and Prototype the rest. Oh, okay. Oh, Gion's carrying the board too? That's awesome. I didn't see all the global vendors yet. This is a nice project, man. This is a really nice project. I don't know if you're familiar with the YouTuber DMS, but he designed his own headphone and made a video breaking down the process and giving some insight into what it costs to design and manufacture headphones. Would you consider doing the similar thing with the Manta? We are going to be talking about it. Like me and Bull are actually going to be doing a stream on it. I don't know if we can really do a long format video of that for many different reasons, but we're definitely going to be talking about it. So, but yes, there is content being planned around the process, which actually should be on me and Bull's radar to do pretty damn soon. So, this is that sheet it came with, which we can stick on the bottom, and maybe this will help with the metallic-y notes. This is very thin, by the way, so I kind of almost doubt it's going to do anything. But who knows? We'll see. I don't think Alex and explain all the menu process, and some of it happens in China, but maybe explain some of it. Yeah, there's also like some stuff that we just can't explain, just because like other reasons. Like maybe Bowl can't explain something, or maybe I physically can't explain something for, again, maybe knowledge-wise. But for the most part, me and Bowl are going to do a pretty interesting stream soon regarding transparency and what it takes to build a keyboard. We actually are even going to be talking about it in a video that we're going to be like interviewed on for Scooped Bar, to give you guys some like insight what that might be about. But yeah, there's definitely content planned around it. I mean, maybe not this year, Pancake, but soon. Soon I'd like to go do that, for sure. Finally a chance to get to meet Alex IRL. Yeah, I'm hoping next year I'll have some time to go do that. Like, I would love to go to China just to figure out some, like, concept that I can do for a video behind the scenes with keyboards type thing, so. Alex, what cable do you use? Oh, I use the ones from Ordinary Labs. I don't know if they're still doing stuff right now, though. They kind of, like, stopped doing a lot of the keyboard stuff, so. Yeah, me and Bull are gonna, I think it's this week or next week or something, but me and Bull will be sitting down to talk about the whole process of keyboards and like the cost behind things, right? Like, to explain something, for example, you remember how we asked in chat, or for I guess the Manta chat, about the fins? We told you guys they would cost anywhere between $250 to $300 just for the fin. We have, like, when we were deciding on that price, we had to still figure out other things, because it's not just as easy as like slapping an extra weight inside a box. We have to now redesign all the packaging to accommodate extra pieces that are delicate, which costs money. And then we also have to think, okay, boxes have an MOQ. Like, there's a lot of other things you have to think about when it comes to even just one single piece. So sure, maybe the fin on its own, I can't remember the exact price, but like, let's just make something up. Let's just say this costs $100 cost. But like, after it was all said and done, you might get an extra $40 worth of cost, like raw cost, that gets attached to something. Like, it can get pretty expensive pretty quick when you're doing extra things like that. So it just really depends. Yeah, logistics is crazy. Reminds me of the age-old economics lessons of how the pencil is made. Yeah. And then there's other things, like it adds to shipping costs, it adds to the weight of things, and then it's not only going to affect that. Like, there's just other things you need to factor in. We've already talked about this. One of the big reasons why we didn't do the Manta in a configurator was doing a configurator not only means, yes, it means you guys get to pick parts, right? But if we allow a configurator, now we have to sit there and we have to package each individual thing. It can't just be packaged in kind of like an assembly line.
So nice.
You know?
Happy anniversary.
Thank you, Austin. I appreciate the 12 months, bro. Happy anniversary, dude. So yeah, like configurator equals more money to be paid to someone to sit there, or a team of people to sit there and QC parts and make sure everyone's order gets put into a box. Not to mention, if something slips through the crack with that, like you're suddenly having to now, take care of a bunch of extra clients and customers for a lot of things. So it would have added, we did the math. It would have added a lot of extra money to the Manta. And I'm like, Manta is just the example. This is for every keyboard. When you start doing like configurators, it adds a lot of cost. A shit ton of cost, man. So it's just tough. It's just a lot of the times it's tough to run those type of things. All right, let's see now with that little piece of foam on the inside. I can already tell a slight difference here. But let's see. Does this sound a bit different, guys? Oh yeah, that's actually drastically different. This is still so nice. I might prefer it with this. It doesn't sound foamy at all. It just kind of toned down the metallic-y noise. I just put that small sheet of like film or whatever it is, foam at the bottom. This is so good, man. These switches are going absolutely nuts with this too. It was like an ESD sheet, but it had like a small, very small amount of foam on it as well. Dude. This is nice. This is nice, dude. Again, just to showcase the entirety of the board here one last time too. Here it is on the side profile. It did look like it reset the colors, so maybe that's what Feather was talking about. Maybe it just reset the colors when we unplugged it. That side profile's hot. That is a good looking side profile. And then the bottom, actually let's unplug it for now so I don't accidentally press things. Again, just the machining on this giant piece of stainless steel is insane, dude. It is so good, man. Look at that. Again, I would say there's probably like one objective thing, which is, again, maybe depends on how you view it. Is it a must? I didn't see it. Did it say must in the bottom there? Let's see. Did it say must? I don't think it says must. Yeah, if you're gonna do Feather, if you're gonna be releasing this, oh, did your designer just told you? Okay, yeah, maybe for the assembly guide it has to say must. Okay, so okay, guys, looks like you might have to put in that piece of foam on the bottom, but it really doesn't take away the sound profile of the keyboard at all. I think it maybe helps it a little bit, but yeah, I do think it sounds really good with it. Okay, so it's a must. Whatever, we get to see it both anyways. The only objective thing that I think kind of like irks me a little bit about this whole board, but okay, maybe it makes sense for the way this is being sold, is you forcefully get 2 PCBs and 2 plates. So it's a $410, $420 price point, but you are getting 2 ways you can technically build this, and you can get 2 assemblies. I guess I have mixed emotions about that. Everything else has been absolutely fantastic about this board. Like, everything else has been crazy good. So, I don't know. This is, what a project this is. This is like, I feel like this is a really timeless board. I also really like how sharp the edges, like not sharp as in like physically sharp, but it just looks so defined in a lot of ways too. Yeah, plus it's going to be in stock, so. So that's how much it would be if you typically went all in on a board. Yeah, I guess about so. This is nice. It's very nice. I really like this. They killed, like, Grit killed it with this. The fact that this is going to be, like, basically in stock is insane. $400. You know, truthfully, if I can be honest with you guys, if this even didn't come with the 2 PCBs and 2 plates, I still think this is a $400 board. Was it June 19th or July 19th? It said. Let me double check. Was it 19th? 19th. Yeah, in stock definitely has like a little bit of an upcharge as well, but you know, again, the big cost here is probably this giant stainless piece that has really nice machining on it. So, if you guys want to know, stainless is actually tougher to machine. It has a slightly higher failure rate, so this is a bit of a more expensive piece when you're doing a big stainless slab like this. And this is no slouch either, so. Very nice. Very comfortable, too. You know, okay, maybe the soft gaskets don't really feel that soft, though. I'd be hard-pressed to say that this is a soft gasket. Interesting, though. Very interesting. Not bad price, expensive but not bad. Yeah, I agree with that. It's very premium, but it definitely, like, it's worthy of the premium price tag. Like, you remember how we looked at the Wind X-List and that was also $400? Like, this feels like a $400 product, where the Wind X-List didn't feel like a $400 product. If that makes sense. So. Cool, though. Very, very cool. Very happy with the way this turned out, man. This turned out absolutely insane. All right. Well, guys, tomorrow we're doing another keyboard, as usual. This week, like I said, we probably have one small cancellation, but I'm kind of happy we do in a lot of ways, because I kind of want to do something else this week. All right, though, guys. Sunday photos still dead. We'll get to them soon. We'll get to them once a year, you know. We can do the second Wraith 60. Maybe we can even do the second PCB on it's going to be probably Sunday. So maybe we'll do the second PCB on Sunday. I hope that's a good time frame for that. We'll see, though. All right, let's go find someone to raid. Thank you, Feather, for sending this out for us to take a look at. This is insane. What a good project. I hope this sells out, man. This is one of those... I feel like this is going to be one of those projects that you will get if you end up picking it up, and this will mean a lot to you. This is so well done. Let's see. Anyone building Keebs? Probably not. Oh, Mango Keebs is. I feel like Sundays is kind of a dead day now for streaming. It used to be like the hot day. Now it's like in a rare case you can find a streamer. Varb, go live. I'll raid you, Varb. Go live now. I'll raid you, Varble. /raid. Plugging in the cam? Hell yeah, bro. Thanks for the stream, Alex. Good times. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of my day. Probably, I mean, if it's still raining, it says severe weather alert, but maybe I'll go grocery shopping, and then I'm going to play games for the rest of the day. Actually, no, sorry. I'm going to do a little bit of work, then play games. I need a day off, bro. Every day I tell you guys I'm going to take a day off, I actually don't take a day off, so. New Jurassic Park, is that out? I thought that was out next week. How's the new Superman? Is that any good? Is the new Superman any good at all? I hope it's good. Came out July 2nd? Oh, did it? Superman was so good? This is good consideration when put up against the Lily. Bro, I didn't want to, like, okay, I want to say it, but I'm also like, I need some more time with it, Keypothecary. But bro, I'm being dead ass when I say this. I really do feel like this is good, like a good piece of competition for how good the Lily was. I really do. And that's a tough thing to say because I fucking love the Lily. But I want to spend more time with the keyboard before I make that like shout out to it type deal, you know? So maybe you got used to doing work and can't move on with the day. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm addicted to it. I like being productive, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel weird sitting around. Let's wait for Varb to go online. I'm in no rush right now. Come watch this kitten while I sleep. You're watching a kitten? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. That's cute, bro. That's cute. Congrats on getting 100. Thank you, Shiva. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's go raid Varb. You guys have a good one, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all the kind words. We'll be live again, I think tomorrow or Tuesday, one of the 2 days. And we're gonna have this week's gonna be a pretty chill week. I'm glad this week here is gonna be a smidge more chill. So, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday, man. Hopefully the weather's not too crazy out there. But later, guys. Love you and have a good one. Bye, everyone. Love you.